Hey guys, JCB here. I would like to discuss with you on my experience with spells and secrets. We start off with customizing a character of who we want to be in game. At first, it doesn't have too many options to choose from, as the extra costumes are given as rewards at a later point. No further context on why we start this way, but luckily we get a better introduction after this, as we are welcomed to a new academy by the professor and get ourselves ready for the upcoming semester. Later in the evening, the academy is under attack as we get to follow through a tutorial on what we need to do. It is a roguelike adventure, as our task is to investigate who is attacking the academy and head towards the castle to put an end to this. It does a great job to give us the rundown of controlling our character in an isometric view while going through the steps. One of the best parts this game has to offer would be the magic spells. This would be our main primary source to defeat the monsters and use it to solve puzzles. I love the simplicity of how it's done, with being able to press a single button to cast a spell while being able to focus on the target by using the trigger. A cooldown meter makes it fair, so we can't always spam it, which gives us the decision on when the best time we should use it. Another thing that stands out would be the puzzles. These are scattered all across the castle, as the mandatory ones would consist of eliminating all the enemies before being able to progress, while the optional ones are hidden nearby with extra rewards. They are listed on the minimap to let us know if there is one at present, and it does well to make use of our spells or the environment to figure it out. However, during the extra runs, they will be the same puzzles again, so it makes it easier to speed through them on just collecting the rewards. While making progress through the castle, we will be able to read different types of information about the academy. These provide world building to provide extra info to the students' daily lives and past events that has happened. These are optional to find, but it builds on the narrative well on wanting to know more about the lore of this school. This brings us to the exploration, as it opens up even more on what we can find during our journey. In some rooms, we could be faced with a horde of monsters or stumble ourselves to be rescuing a student. There will always be at least one student on each floor that we will help return back to the academy, along with finding one of them that will open up a shop for us to help us in future runs. At the end of these floors will be a boss fight that we will need to take care of. This would be following the main story events of facing the people who were attacking the castle in a magic duel. These are done well to fire away magic spells as if it was a 3D arena fire, while placing ourselves in a better position and figuring out the best way in terms of defeating them. Afterwards, we get to save one of the teachers that was trapped in the castle, as they will explain further events to what's going on. At these points, I often decide to end the runs and return back to the hub world, so I get to see what I can do with my rewards so far. This comes in the roguelike mechanic that will allow us to purchase permanent stuff from the shop that will enable us to have better stats and spells for future runs. On top of that, we get to speak with the teachers and students we have saved as well. We will get useful hints from the students, which will cover neat tricks and findings we can do during the castle, while the teachers provide stronger spells we can use for our journey. In addition, there are factions we can join once we have learned that spell, which will open up even more activities that we can look into. Lastly, I completed this game in around 18 hours, as I wanted to explore all parts of the castle to unlock as many puzzles and secrets I could find. Extra progression raises up the difficulty, as it tries to add in extra things to make sure that running through these floors again doesn't become a tedious task. Overall, Spells and Secrets is a great adventure that puts an interesting spin towards using magic spells while expanding on many different aspects around it. If any of you guys have any experiences with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.